What is the definition of success? So what are you striving to achieve and why? Let's just have a bit of a laugh with it and see where it goes. Be open-minded. Bible of all reports. Bible of all reports. Bible of all reports. Reporting is incredibly important within a business, but it often gets overlooked and it's often inadequate because the things they focus on is product and people, or product or people. And the reality is a good report shows you great information. A good report shows you great information that allows to make great decisions. It's a great way of actually spotting where bias is coming into things, and businesses are poor at producing relevant information. It tends to be, more often than not, it's not good enough, and then sometimes it can be way too complex. The right level of detail on some really basic reporting is the way forward. And then I guess really from my perspective, I have one absolute go-to report. And it's a report which, and I've said this many times, if you fill in this information, you can be Sainsbury's, you can be sole trader. And I wouldn't understand a reason why it's not relevant to do so. And that is actually starting with the most important metrics within the business, which is one, revenue, at the top, revenue, okay? Beneath that is a cost. It tends to be a cost of sale, okay? It's either a cost of sale or it's an overhead, okay? And then if you take revenue and take costs away from the revenue, you get profit, okay? Which is what we're in it for. It's profit or loss. Now there's one thing that chucks a spanner into that, and that is if businesses, or if your customers don't pay you, then you can be raising invoices and it doesn't reflect in your bank account. So let's have a little box at the bottom saying your bank account and how much money's in there. And literally, you have that information, you should be looking at that information on a monthly basis. And ideally, I say ideally, you must be able to actually compare that against some sort of target. And ideally, unless you're a brand new business, also compare it against last year. And that information can appear on one sheet of paper, and that could tell me how a business is performing inside 10 minutes, regardless as to what size they are. I've been using a report like that for 10 years. 15 years. It was prompted, the actual template that I used was prompted when I was at Cottage Delight. We bought a new computer system, and that was one of the requirements of me, the managing director. What do you need to see? And I wanted to see that report. And ever since then, it was in a template which was, why have I not always used that report? Okay, you know what? We've got that report. It's a great report, and I haven't been into a business where I've not thought that report is relevant. Every one of my clients uses that report. So every one of them, once I've explained it and given them the option, they've taken it on board, which was the right thing to do. So the report that I'm talking about is downloadable from my website, moocoaching.com. Let's just have a bit of a laugh with it and see where it goes. Be open-minded.